did it. We did it!
Okay, it is the final week of Jujutsu Kaisen. Listen, I'm sad too, but at least those Mappa workers been working overtime for this episode. Can't lie, shit was straight hype. I was really at the edge of my seat like this. But enough of me yapping, let's tap in. Okay, so the episode starts off with Yuta murking Drove. Hey, Yuta starts thinking to himself, man, the whole squad is tired from Shibuya, so I really gotta lock in. I can't let big bro Gojo kill his day one again. So when I find Kenjaku, it's up, and I'm bagging that 400 points.
You hide it forever, Ricky. When I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Yuta starts walking and stumbles across a group of civilians. He says, okay, y'all ready to head to the north base? But then we see a single mom and her child tired. Yuta seeing this is like, hey, don't worry, we'll stay put. I just packed up that old ass sorcerer so nobody should be pulling up on us right now. But Yuta hears something coming and tells the civilians to run inside the stadium. Bro pulls out his sword, but he sees somebody in trouble. Yuta rushes in, tries to help him, but he's already dead. Nah, this gotta be the work of the Candyman. The bugs attack Yuta, but he parries that shit. So the swarm goes after the civilians, but Yuta calls Rika and she drops the bridge protecting them. Yuta stops playing around as he slices through the bugs. He pulls out Kogane and asks if that big ass cockroach is a player. Kogane says, oh, him? Oh yeah, he's a player. Can't lie, Kenjaku just be doing and creating anything at this point. Yuta goes down there, but Kurushi is ready. It pulls out this nasty ass sword as it rushes in, but Yuta cuts off its arm and punches it back. Yuta's not done though. He pulls up on Kurushi and slams his sword down, but that attack didn't work as Kurushi pushes Yuta back. Yuta jumps on top of this light pole and senses two high-ranking players watching his every move. He says, hold up, am I being watched right now? As Kurushi comes out of nowhere and says, bro, why are you getting in my way? Just let me eat those humans. Kurushi tells Yuta that it likes the taste of iron and the whole swarm starts chasing him. Yuta's thinking, he's like, damn, I can't let these niggas watching know that I can use reverse curse technique, so I gotta pack him up without using it. He keeps running until he gets to this building as the bugs try to corner him, but he cuts through them and lands on this field. The swarm surrounds him, but Yuta's not worried at all. He slams his sword on the ground, making the swarm disappear. Yuta senses bugs behind him, but he cuts them down. Kurushi was waiting for this though. It gets behind Yuta trying to slice him, but Yuta parries. Then out of nowhere, we see bugs going into Yuta's wounds. Bro, this has to be Kenjaku's most nastiest creation. Anyways, Kurushi hits Yuta in the stomach and starts choking bro out. It's looking bad for a boy. Then all of a sudden, Yuta bites into Kurushi's face using positive energy to kill it, gaining 5 points. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was disgusting. After this, we see Uru pull up on him and she's like, damn, I can't lie, you seem strong as hell, and blasts him with her curse technique. And Yuta's confused on what hit him. He says, did this girl just bend the sky? But she's not done. She goes in for an attack, but Yuta weaves out of the way and counters with the gum pistol. But she uses her technique again, sending him back. Yuta gets back up and is like, my arm, damn, what's her technique? Does it allow her to bend the laws of physics? Then she says that her technique allows her to treat the sky as a surface and gives us a demonstration. Yuta seeing this is like, hold on, why is she showing me this? They start walking and Yuta says, hey listen, are you gonna complain and get mad when you get killed? Shit, a baddie such as yourself shouldn't be desperate for points. Is this nigga trying to raise her up? Then she says, you young niggas are clueless. We all came back from the dead. If I had no regrets from my past life, I would not be working with Diddy Jaku right now. But shit, I got the opportunity to have a second chance, so I ain't gonna waste it. Yuta's like, damn girl, don't you got family or friends that you care about? But she was not trying to hear that shit. She then says, hold up, nigga, are you a Fujiwara? And she drags bro out of the window. They start boxing in the air and Yuta's having trouble getting past her technique until we see Rio shooting a blast at them, destroying everything nearby. Both of them were able to dodge in time and Yuta's like, thank God Rika was protecting those citizens, but nah, these two are becoming a problem. I gotta get rid of them. Yuta starts hitting the dash, but Rio's shooting more ki blast at him. Yuta's trying his best to get away, but he still gets hit. Rio seeing that is like, come on gang, don't disappoint me now. Then we see Yuta right next to him pushing him back. Rio then says, hey little bro, can you satisfy my hunger? Rio goes in with a punch and they start boxing, but Rio's confused. He's like, wait a minute, why am I still unsatisfied? Then they both clash together, but Rio pushes Yuta back. Rio's not done though. He chases after him and socks him into this building. He then shoots a blast, taking this entire floor down, but Yuta dodges, rushes in and chokes the life out of bro. Rio's not having it. He shoots a blast backwards, breaking the wall. And then we see Yuta with his pole, swinging it, trying to hit bro, but Rio jumps over him, hitting him with a blast, breaking the pole as Yuta's hands start to burn. Yuta's able to get away and heal it, but Rio comes from behind, sending him into the ground. Yuta starts sprinting at bro, going inside this tunnel, but Rio was waiting for him. He shoots multiple blasts at Yuta, but Yuta blocks them. Rio seeing this is like, hey, good job twin, now eat this. He sends a giant blast. Now you would think Yuta's dead, but bro pulls up and kicks Rio up in the air. Yuta tries to follow up, but Rio hits him with another blast, sending him out of the building. And out of nowhere, we see Oro pull up behind Yuta, and she uses her technique to send bro to the the ground. Rio says, hey, what the fuck are you doing, twin? And shoots a blast at her, but Oro pulls an Uno reverse card and throws it right back at him. Oro looks at Yuta and says, you still alive? Shit, that's fine. I can toy with you even more. Rio gets out of the rubble and is like, damn, that shit really hurt. Am I really that strong?
Okay.
But Rio's not happy. He knows that Yuta has been using too much reverse curse technique and knows that his stamina is running low. Yuta is standing there and he's thinking, I'm trying to get these two away from the stadium, but fuck it. He pulls out a wedding ring and says, Rika, it's time, and she appears. Both Oro and Rio are shocked. They're like, hold on, why is his cursed energy skyrocketing right now? Rika asks Yuta what he wants and bro picks out this arm looking thing. He definitely stole that shit from Mekamaru. We find out that when Yuta puts on the ring, he has full access to Rika's cursed energy, but he can only maintain this connection with her for 5 minutes, so he has to pack him up real quick. Rika flies towards Oro, and just as she's about to retaliate, we see Yuta using cursed speech. Oro tries to cover her ears, but is too late. Yuta and Rika pull up on her and start giving her straight BTA. Rio runs up, tries to shoot a blast, but Rika throws Yuta and bro blocks it with his prosthetic arm. Oro then gets back up and shakes the ground with her white beard devil fruit. Rio goes up to Yuta trying to shoot another blast, but it misses. But Oro catches that shit and does another Uno reverse card, hitting Rio. She almost gets jumped once again, but she pulls the sky, making Rika's fist hit Yuta. Oh yeah, I'm praying for her. Rika seeing that grabs her and slams her on the ground. She then throws her, but she recovers. Rio gets back up, spins his blast around him, hurting Yuta. He's like, damn bitch, that shit hurt, twin, I can't even block it. Rio goes in and starts boxing with Yuta, but all of a sudden we see Rika plummeting towards the ground as Oro uses her technique, hitting all of them. I'm telling you, man, that technique is actually clean. Yuta pulls out his hair and makes Rika cones to attack her. She's able to drop one of them but still gets hurt. We then figure out that this is Drove's technique and she says, wait a minute, this nigga can copy techniques? Yuta punches her, but the prosthetic arm breaks. As Rika and Rio are fighting, Yuta tells Oro that it's not that deep. Oro, hearing that, just falls for this nigga's rage bait. 100 years old, still falling for a 17-year-old's rage bait.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
Rio pops out of the ground and both Yuta and Oro knows what comes next. They all activate their domains at the same time, but Rika seeing this is like, y'all bum ass niggas better not touch my Yuta. Rika is a true ride or die, man. She's about to go in, but all of a sudden we see Kurushi go inside the barrier. Hold on, that perfect cell wannabe is still alive? Thanks to Kurushi's intervention, the barrier breaks. Oro lands, but Yuta kicks her down. Kurushi goes in and cuts her arm off as Rika eats it.
I am disgusted.
Oro's pissed. She says, Fujiwara, you bitch ass nigga. Rio tells her to shut up and shoots a blast at her, knocking her out. Kurushi's still alive, but Yuta kills him again. Yuta starts walking up towards Rio and Rio's like, yo, let's end this shit, twin. They both charge up their beams and fire, and Rio's like, damn, is this all you got, lil bro? And pushes Yuta back. Rika shoots another blast, but Rio's ready, and then we see Yuta running straight towards him. Rio seeing this is like, oh, you're trying to outsmart me. Okay then, twin. He blocks Rika's beam with his bare hands and shoots a blast at Yuta, but Yuta uses Oro's technique to send that shit to the heavens. Rio's confused. He thought Yuta was a cursed speech user.
Are you serious right now, bro?
And then both Rika and Yuta attack him together as the 5 minutes are up. Ryu's not done though. He hits Rika, making her disappear. And then these two start going in on each other, boxing it out. But Yuta grabs Rio and holds him as his own beam from earlier comes down to hit him. Can't lie, that was WIQ from Yuta. Rio finally wakes up and Yuta tells him to hand over his points. Then Kogane appears out of nowhere explaining the 10th rule, which if you remember, this rule allows players to transfer points between each other. Rio hearing this is like, oh, I understand it now. If this rule didn't exist, we would be cooked. And the episode ends off with Uryu pulling up and warning Yuta about Sukuna. And that's where I'm gonna end the video. Let me know what else y'all want me to cover. And yeah, subscribe and I'll see you next time.